you're looking for a fun, yet still slightly spooky cocktail to make for your Halloween party, then join us as we catch up with Bridgette Taylor, founder of Harridan Vodka, as she shows us how to make a mad scientist.
And the cocktail that we are going to be making tonight, we're going to call it the Mad Scientist Elixir. And it's a bit of a riff on a Long Island iced tea, but we're going to make it be blue and a little tropical with some pineapple juice. I personally like to serve it as the opening punch whenever I have any guests over, just because being extremely alcohol forward, it kind of helps take the edge off for guests easily, relaxes everybody while being really delicious and very fun. All right, so we'll start with tequila. So 0.75 ounces of tequila. And we're just gonna move down this line. So then this is gin. And a fun fact about this gin, it is Meyer Farm gin. And this is where our vodka is made. So we partner with Meyer Farm to make our vodka. And this is their gin. So we're going to do 0.75 ounce of gin. And I'm biased. This is definitely the best ingredient, Harridan Vodka. So 0.75 ounce of our very own Harridan Vodka. And Harridan is 88 proof, so it'll pack a little bit more punch than your traditional vodka. And now we've got some white rum here. So 0.75 ounces of white rum. And I know you're probably like, oh my God, this is so much alcohol in one drink. So now we are going to do 0.5 ounces of Blue Curacao. And then this is what's going to turn the cocktail a very fun shade of blue. All right, so thankfully that's it in terms of the amount of alcohol that we're putting in here. So now we're going to do a little bit of lemon juice. So we're going to do 0.75 ounces of lemon juice. And now it's blue because of the curacao. And then the only different measurement that you have to remember is just 2 ounces of pineapple juice. So got my pineapple juice here. All right, 2 ounces pineapple juice. All right. All right, so now we're going to shake it with ice. All right. Shake it. Alright, so because this is a Halloween cocktail, we have a beaker as our glassware. So we're going to put a little bit of ice in there. And now we're going to take this great blue liquid. Beautiful shade. All right, and now the pièce de resistance here is going to be a little piece of dry ice. And now dry ice, you have to be really careful. Disclaimer, do not consume the actual dry ice. But what it's going to do, it's going to add a very fun little bit of smokiness. And you have to wear gloves when you're handling it because it's extremely cold. So put on my glove, drop it in there. And then you've got this fun, bubbling Mad Scientist Elixir. Will it be a little dangerous? I think if consumed in the appropriate portions, it will be just dangerous enough. And for what it's worth, it really doesn't taste spirit forward, which I think is a component that makes it more dangerous, but also makes it a fun cocktail to sip and enjoy with your friends. It's very pineapple forward, so the 2 ounces of pineapple juice that we added at the end. It does a great job of binding all the different flavors that you get from tequila, that you get from rum, and that you get specifically from Harridan, because we're a vodka that prides ourselves on having a real flavor. And it creates this bond of those alcohols so that it, instead of tasting like a really powerful, boozy punch in the face, it actually tastes sweet and fruity and quite refreshing, honestly. What Harridan brings to the table is being an overproof element. So like, this is a cocktail that really welcomes that higher ABV. What I like to do at my Halloween gatherings, safe with COVID, is that I walk around with a glove and this small styrofoam cooler, and I drop dry ice in people's mad scientist elixir as the party's going on. So everyone's drink remains bubbling and remains fun and festive for your Halloween party. In my experience, what happens with dry ice is that it sinks to the bottom of your glass, and so it's not a danger of swallowing it. It's extremely important that you do not consume the pellet of dry ice. And the other dry ice item that you have to consider is that you should store all dry ice outside, because it is carbon dioxide that is evaporating into the air. So Harridan, we've mentioned, is an overproof vodka. So it's 88 proof versus your traditional vodka at 80 proof. And what we do with the liquid is we only distill it 3 times, and then we don't filter it through activated charcoal. And all of this is to say that the Harridan liquid itself retains a lot of the flavor of its raw ingredients, with the base being corn. So it has this natural sweetness to it. And because we look to not strip out all those flavors, as you're sipping Harridan, you can really taste layers of flavor and of that complexity. The reaction to Harridan has been absolutely fantastic. I think people were looking for a vodka that they could really sip and enjoy, and it wasn't something that they felt was really available, at least in a ready sense, on the market. And so the feedback that we've gotten on the taste are people being like, wow, I did not know that vodka could taste like this. And at least at this moment in time, what I'm experiencing, and what I'm sure a lot of consumers are experiencing, is tequila and mezcal fever. And there's all this amazing appreciation for the craft tequilas and mezcals that are out there. And that's something, that type of sipping experience and that type of flavor appreciation was really something that we were looking to replicate in our vodka. So go to Harridan.com and look at our stockist page, where you can type in your zip code and we'll tell you the closest store to you. You can follow Harridan at Harridan Vodka, and we are also on TikTok at Harridan Vodka. So thank you so much for joining me today for the Mad Scientist Elixir. I hope you enjoy it with some friends over Halloween, and it was an absolute pleasure being here. Cheers.